I was an undergraduate at Harvard. I did a lot of theater and playwriting, and I then went to got a fellowship to the Michener Center for Writers, which is part of UT Austin, and I was doing basically playwriting and screenwriting there. And I went out to the town of Crawford, Texas, where George W. Bush had set up his Western White House at the time. This was in 2005. And I thought I was going to write a play about it. I was sort of interested in the idea of like a play where you'd have the Crawford community players putting on a show about George Bush's childhood in Texas, which never happened, of course, because he did not grow up there. But there was this sense of this like myth that they were making. And I was kind of like a liberal kid from the Northeast with a lot of preconceived notions, maybe about small town Texas, and went out there and kind of wound up being amazed by the characters, the people that I met in Crawford, what incredible storytellers they were, what bright, curious, nuanced folks. And I realized very quickly that like fictionalizing or abstracting from them would be a total disservice, and that this story wanted to be a film. And so I convinced a couple of people that were in the film program at UT to come out to Crawford with me and start interviewing and filming some of the people on the ground there. And then I kind of finagled my way into an editing class in the graduate film program there, in a production class, and edited that material together into a teaser, and then wound up going on after I finished my MFA and the program there to make my first documentary film, which was called Crawford, which was about the town, 705 person, one stoplight town that sort of got turned upside down when George W. Bush moved in and won the presidency. And it was kind of a view of the Bush era through the characters in this town. And through that process, I really fell in love with documentary, with the collaborative nature of it. I found the editing process and the sort of world building to be similar to writing in many ways. I really enjoyed every component of filmmaking, and that kind of set me on my path toward documentary storytelling and documentary filmmaking.
I started writing and making films pretty early on, maybe when I was like 12 or so, with my best friend in Santa Fe, sort of more like art films. And Yeah, I loved the collaborative medium. And then in college I got a degree in creative writing and film, and then I went back for my MFA in film. And yeah, just I love the writing aspect, but then I also really enjoy bringing a whole community of artists together to realize a vision. And yeah, I guess it just has always sort of been something that I love to do and have been lucky enough to get to work in that field.